Hey everybody, PattyAnne here. Hey, long time no see, right? Listen, I've got something I want to show you today, but before I do, pardon my hair. Looks like I just got out of the bed, and I basically rolled out of the bed and came down here to my craft room because I got a new camera because I'm trying to figure out how to use this stuff, and I've had so many issues. But anyway, so excuse my look, but I wanted to show this to you. I have been gone for 3 months because I've been healing from a total knee replacement, the second one on the same knee. The first one broke. I'll tell you about that a little bit more later. But anyway, been recuperating from that. I also had grandma camp for 2 weeks. My twin 9-year-old grandkids come for 2 weeks every summer to grandma camp, and we craft and we go horseback riding. Of course, I couldn't this year because of my knee. And we rock hunt and we just do all kinds of things. It's so much fun. And I can tell you more about some of the projects we did if you're interested in that sometime. But now I want to show you something that I learned how to do while I was recuperating after the OxyContin wore off. I've always wanted to learn to crochet. Never been very successful at it, but I found these kits that I absolutely love. I've been seeing them a lot on Facebook, but the ones that I found that I am using, and they're $10 less than the ones on Facebook. So let's get started. But before we do, I'm going to show you a small video that Levi made with some of the little guys I made. And at the end, you'll see a very cute one that Layla made. So let's watch Levi's first. Hang on. Okay, as I said, I absolutely love this product. I got it when I was sitting in my recliner chair recuperating from a horrible knee surgery. As I said, I had to have emergency knee surgery because my first surgery broke. I had to be taken in an ambulance, as you can see here. Anyway, this is the first one that I made. And this was after, of course, I was no longer under the effects of the very strong pain medicine, but I had to sit around for quite a bit. And I've always wanted to learn how to crochet, and I thought, this says it's for beginners. And I love that it comes in this cute little tin called a cookie box, and it's $10 cheaper than the other brand that I see advertised all the time on Facebook. And right now, if you buy more than one, you get a little discount. But anyway, I have a link for you down below. But this is the first one that I did, and the tins are really nicely made. And as you saw in the videos that my grandkids made, they like to use them for the little beds for these guys. But isn't he cute? The reason why I started with him was because I thought his little fins and his tail and his little spout might be a little bit easier to make than some of the subsequent ones that I made. But the eyes are just adorable, and they're really easy to put on. So this is the first one that I made. We put him back in his bed. And then the second one I made is this one because I thought it would be just as easy as the other because, well, it just seemed like it would be easier to me. And this one's name, the first one's name was Luna. This one's name is Eugene. Look at that cute little tin that it comes in. It's so cute. Okay. The next one that I made, I think, and like I said, I'm new at crocheting, so don't look at my stuff really closely because I do make some errors sometimes. But you know what? I'm really happy with these because they turn out so cute. Even though I'm new and maybe I ad-lib a little bit here and a little bit there, they work okay. But inside, and I'm going to open one for you, you do get a little thing like this. And it says to scan it right here. And it takes you to directions that you can print out. And I'll show you mine in a little bit. And it also gives you step-by-step instructions for each one of these on YouTube. You can watch a little smidgen of it, and that's what I had to do, and then go back and rewatch it and go back and rewatch it. Like I said, I'm a newbie, so I had to rip mine out a few times and go back again and do it. But I'm so happy that I was successful with these. It made me feel good. On the other side, there's some care instructions on how to take care of your little guys. So here's this one that I did do. Isn't it cute? Like I said, I did a few things wrong, and if you want to scope it, I don't know how to turn this, scope it out to see what I've done wrong, fine. But you know what? I love it. I'm happy with it. I finished it. It's cute. There's another guy. I'm not quite finished with him because he's supposed to have some more spots, and I just started putting some spots on him. But you see how they get a little bit harder? To me, anyway, because these had legs and arms and a tail. And look at the turtle. He had a front shell, and look at his little shell on the back. Isn't he cute? And he's got arms and legs. And again, they all come in their own little tins, and you end up with so much leftover product. And since you have the directions, you could make more things. I'm going to open this. I've been storing some of the leftovers in this one. What's really cute, like I said, is you get the little card to check out exactly how to make him. You get the stuffing, a sticker. Every time you get an embroidery, not an embroidery, you know, so used to doing embroidery, you get a crochet hook every time. So I have a bunch of crochet hooks now, like that. And they're really good quality. They're great. And you get all of the yarn you need and more. See all this yarn? Well, and then there's something else that they call cookie crumbs. And let me show you what that is when they open up the next box. I'm just really so in love with these, you guys. And the reason why I'm doing this right now, today, is because I want to get started on the next one. I don't want to wait. And I wanted to do an unboxing for you so you could see what came in these. And again, remember, there's one of these that's being sold something just like this online. I see the ads all the time. And they're $10 more than these are. And these come in these adorable tins. I mean, I love them. Love, love, love. Okay, so the last one now I'm going to show you is this one that I'm going to open up for you. Do a little bit of an unboxing. This one's name is Coal. Kind of an odd name. C-O-A-L. I guess it's because it's, I don't know. Why would you name it Coal, I wonder? Because of the color? Y'all, over there at Cookie Box people, tell me, why did you name it Coal? Alright, let's see. There little Coal is. Isn't it adorable? I just love it. Okay, let's see what we get in here. I mean, this is such a deal to me. Okay, so you get a little thank you card, and they ask that you leave a review if you like it, and I've left reviews because I love it. And both Layla and Levi showed this card. They have more animals than this. You can click on my link down below, and it'll take you to see all the animals that they have. You'll get a sticker, and again, you'll get the instructions for this specific animal, this specific critter. Okay, and this one is Coal. And again, on the back, it tells you the care stuff. But look at this. You got this thing of gray yarn. Look at that. You get the white. Oh, I love this. I just love these. You get this darker gray cookie box. And you get, again, another crochet hook. And here is the fluffy stuffing that you get. It doesn't look like you get very much, right? But I've had so much left over from all of these that I've been doing. When you cut this open, and you'll let it puff up, you get so much stuffing in that little bag. It's enough to make several of these little critters. I mean, really, truly, it is. And then, again, I told you, here is the little bag of cookie crumbs. Such cute names for the cookie box, little cookie crumbs. And in the cookie crumbs, you get this kit. Again, comes with everything you need. This would make fabulous Christmas presents, too, for somebody. Maybe, you know, a teenage kid who would like, girl, boy, whatever, who would like to learn to crochet. Or an older person like me, you know. How about somebody in a nursing home? Okay, and these are what comes in the cookie crumb bag, the eyes. And for the eyes, there's also a little piece that goes behind it. As you can see, that white piece right there, it's not on this piece yet. I don't know if you'll be able to tell the difference between these two eyes. Yeah, you can a little bit. This one sparkles a little bit more because I have that sparkly paper behind it. It just comes as a little piece of paper like this that sparkles. Maybe you can see sparkles. And it helps the eyes look more alive. The eyes are put on with these things. And honestly, their instructions are so good, you're not going to have a problem putting on eyes. You get a really nice quality needle. It's not like one of those plastic things, junky things you get. You get a good needle in each one. And you get a couple of stitch markers. And boy, oh boy, I highly recommend you use these when they tell you to use it. At least for me, I needed to use those. Otherwise, I messed up a lot. So, the only other thing I want to show you right now is, well, before I do, let me show you Layla's video, and then we'll get right back to this. Okay, I just quickly wanted to show you what the YouTube channel looks like. Here's the one for the little turtle, and she goes through step by step very slowly, perfectly. You will really enjoy watching these videos. I did. It really helped me learn. So I'm kind of scrolling through here just so you can get an idea of what it looks like. Look how close up you can see. If you're using your phone, of course, or an iPad, you can even scroll in more closely if you need to. But it's really highly detailed and really nice to see. The other thing that I'm going to show you is I had a little trouble doing the magic circle in the beginning. And then I finally caught on. So let me show you how to do that real quick. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make the magic loop or the magic circle. The yarn that's attached to the ball is called the working yarn. This is the working yarn. And then this is the end. I'm going to start with a piece that's about 5 inches long, something like that. And I'm going to go ahead and make a circle just like this. And when I've made that circle, I'm going to go around through here and pull this through like I'm making the beginning of a knot. So what I end up with then are 2 circles just like this. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cross this over. I'm going to twist this piece. Take this loop and twist it. See how I'm making a cross right there? I've crossed it over. I'm going to hold that cross and bring this from the working yarn right up through this circle. And I'm going to pull this tight like that. So I have a knot right here. I made a mistake when I was learning and I didn't have a nice knot. I'm just going to slowly pull this like this so I make a good sized knot that I can use for my crochet hook, and I can continue to pull the working yarn to really snug that up around the crochet hook. And now I'm going to go into the circle to make a single crochet, wind this yarn around here. I should have these on here. And then I'm going to go with my needle or my crochet hook, hook it on and pull it through. Now, my video is not as good as the ones you'll see from them, but I just wanted to show you how I learned to make the magic hoop ring. So usually they would have you make 6 into the magic ring, and you want to go over both of these pieces of yarn while you're doing this. So let me make a few more so I can show you how the magic ring does work. Let me make one more. I'm not sure if I've made 6, but that's okay. I'm going to pull this out so that I don't get it sucked back in and lose one of my stitches. Like that. And then the piece that's not the working yarn, that's what I'm going to tighten. And that's going to make this turn into a ring. And that's how the belly started on most of these guys, or the head. You can see at the head of this guy, see that circle at the top? That was made with the magic ring. This, the circle on top of his head, was made with the magic ring. And it turns out it's really easy to do. Once you do it about 10 times, you'll get the hang of it like me. But maybe if you're not an old dog learning a lot of new tricks, you'll be quicker than me. But you can see how that's starting to get looped around. The other thing I did wrong was when I did do the magic loop, instead of going to this first stitch over on this side, I went back this way, and that left an opening. So what I would do is I would pull this tight again, and then I would find my first stitch on the magic ring, which is right here, and sometimes it's hard to get in there. Like that. And when you push it all the way back on the crochet hook, because that helps to make the rings the right size. The stitches, pull that through and pull that through. And do you remember me saying about how important it was to use the stitch markers? It's at this point right now that I would use a stitch marker, and you know what? I'm not exactly sure where to put. Let's see if I can find, oh, here's my cookie crumbs. So one of my stitch markers would be in here. And it's really important that you use these, at least for me it was, because it helped me tremendously to know where I was going. So then all I do is I put the stitch marker right in that first stitch I made, right in the first stitch, and then tighten that like that. And then I continue on to whatever it says to do. And like I said, their directions on the website are fantastic. Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I really am having so much fun crocheting these. And if you're in the mood to learn how to crochet, or you just want to make these cute critters, use my link down below and check them out. There's so many different ones you can do. Also, this is a great savings. Not only do you get it $10 less than the other one, you also get the super duper little tins that they come in. What a cute gift that would be for yourself or for someone else for Christmas. So again, thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.